Question 1. Topic: Cyber risk management. Which of the following is the most critical first step in conducting a cyber risk assessment for a small business seeking a cyber insurance policy in Kansas? A. Identify and classify all assets that require protection. B. Purchase a third-party vendor to perform penetration testing. C. Review state and federal compliance requirements for cybersecurity. D. Develop a comprehensive incident response plan. Answer A. Identify and classify all assets that require protection. Explanation. The first step in any cyber risk assessment is identifying and classifying assets to understand what needs to be protected. This forms the foundation for prioritizing vulnerabilities and mitigating risks. Without knowing what is at stake, businesses cannot effectively manage or insure against cyber risks. Option B. While penetration testing is important, it is not the first step. Testing comes after identifying assets and establishing a baseline. Option C. Compliance requirements must be reviewed, but they are part of a broader assessment strategy after the assets are identified. Option D. An incident response plan is a mitigation step and is typically developed after a risk assessment highlights potential threats. Relevant guidelines include NIST's cybersecurity framework, which emphasizes asset identification as a preliminary function for managing risks. Question 2. Scenario-based. Topic: Claims management. Scenario: MS Thompson owns a mid-sized e-commerce business in Kansas. After a ransomware attack encrypts all her customer data, she files a cyber insurance claim. The insurer denies coverage, stating that MS Thompson failed to implement a mandatory security update for her servers, which could have prevented the attack. What is the most likely reason the insurer denied the claim? A. The ransomware attack falls under an exclusion clause in the policy. B. MS Thompson violated the policy's conditions by failing to maintain proper cybersecurity measures. C. The insurer determined that the claim amount exceeded the policy's sublimit for ransomware attacks. D. The incident did not result in a business interruption significant enough to warrant coverage. Answer: B. MS Thompson violated the policy's conditions by failing to maintain proper cybersecurity measures. Explanation. Cyber insurance policies often include conditions requiring the insured to implement and maintain specific cybersecurity practices. Failure to update software is a common reason for denying claims, as it represents negligence in adhering to the policy's conditions. Option A. While exclusions are common in cyber policies, ransomware attacks are typically covered unless explicitly excluded. Option C. Sublimits may restrict payout amounts, but they do not justify outright denial if the claim is otherwise valid. Option D. Business interruption is only one aspect of coverage and does not negate other applicable coverages like ransomware response. Kansas-specific insurance regulations require clear documentation of conditions and exclusions aligning with industry standards like ISO policy forms. Question 3. Topic: Policy structures and coverage. Which of the following is typically NOT included as part of third-party liability coverage in a cyber insurance policy? A. Network security liability for damages caused by a data breach. B. Privacy liability for unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information. C. Cyber extortion and ransomware payments demanded by threat actors. D. Regulatory defense costs associated with compliance violations. Answer: C. Cyber extortion and ransomware payments demanded by threat actors. Explanation. Cyber extortion and ransomware payments are generally covered under first-party coverage rather than third-party liability. Third-party liability focuses on the insured's legal responsibility to others, such as damages caused by data breaches or failure to protect sensitive information. Option A. Network security liability is a standard component of third-party liability coverage. Option B. Privacy liability is covered because it pertains to harm caused by the insured to third parties. Option D. Regulatory defense costs are included as third-party liabilities when defending against fines or penalties for non-compliance. This distinction aligns with the Insurance Services Office ISO forms for cyber policies, which define first and third-party coverages explicitly. Question 4. Topic: Cyber threat landscape. Which of the following scenarios represents an advanced persistent threat? A. A phishing email containing malware is sent to multiple employees but none click the link. B. A group of hackers gains unauthorized access to a company's systems and remains undetected for months, exfiltrating sensitive data. C. An employee accidentally installs ransomware which encrypts company files until a ransom is paid. D. A denial of service attack causes a company's website to go offline temporarily. Answer: B. A group of hackers gains unauthorized access to a company's systems and remains undetected for months exfiltrating sensitive data. Explanation. An APT is characterized by prolonged and covert operations where attackers gain unauthorized access to a network and maintain persistence to steal data or disrupt operations. Option A. Phishing is a common attack vector but does not describe the persistence or advanced nature of an APT. Option C. Ransomware is typically a single incident and lacks the long-term stealth characteristic of apps. Option D. Denial of service attacks aim for immediate disruption rather than prolonged infiltration. Relevant frameworks like NIST P80030 emphasize threat identification, with APTs classified as significant due to their sophistication and stealth. Question 5. Scenario-based. Topic: Legal and regulatory framework. Mr. Carter operates the financial consultancy in Kansas and handles client data protected under the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act (GBA). After a data breach, his client's personal information is exposed. Kansas law mandates data breach notification. What must Mr. Carter do to comply with Kansas and federal laws? A. Notify all affected clients within 10 days, regardless of investigation status. B. Wait until forensic analysis confirms the breach's impact before notifying clients. C. Immediately notify clients, Kansas authorities, and relevant federal regulators about the breach. D. Notify clients only if the breach results in a financial loss to them. Answer. C. Immediately notify clients, Kansas authorities, and relevant federal regulators about the breach. Explanation. Kansas law requires prompt notification to affected parties after data breach, aligning with GLBA requirements for safeguarding client information. Federal law often stipulates notifying regulators for breaches affecting financial data. Option A. Kansas does not specify a rigid 10-day timeline, but notifications must be timely and reasonable. Option B. Delaying notifications until after analysis is complete could result in non-compliance. Option D. Notification is required even if no financial loss is apparent, as the risk of misuse exists. Kansas Statute SS07 and GLBA's Safeguards Rule emphasize timely and transparent communication during breaches. Question 6. Topic: Actuarial principles in cyber insurance. What is the primary purpose of using predictive modeling in cyber insurance pricing? A. To identify potential policyholders with higher credit risks. B. To forecast the probability and financial impact of cyber incidents. C. To establish standard premiums based on national cyber insurance benchmarks. D. To comply with Kansas-specific cyber insurance pricing regulations. Answer. B. To forecast the probability and financial impact of cyber incidents. Explanation. Predictive modeling uses historical data and analytics to assess risks and estimate potential losses, helping insurers price policies appropriately. Option A. Predictive modeling focuses on cyber risks, not financial credit risks. Option C. Premiums are influenced by individual risk factors, not just benchmarks. Option D. While regulations must be followed, predictive modeling serves a broader actuarial purpose. Kansas insurance practices align with industry standards, utilizing advanced analytics to manage unique cyber risks. Question 7. Topic: Risk mitigation techniques. Which of the following is the most effective method for mitigating phishing attacks in an organization? A. Installing advanced firewalls and intrusion detection systems. B. Implementing multi-factor authentication (MFA) for employee accounts. C. Conducting regular security awareness training for employees. D. Encrypting all company data to prevent unauthorized access. Answer. C. Conducting regular security awareness training for employees. Explanation. Phishing attacks target human vulnerabilities, so training employees to recognize and respond appropriately to phishing attempts is the most effective defense. Option A. Firewalls and intrusion detection systems are technical controls but do not address human factors. Option B. MFA enhances account security but does not directly mitigate phishing awareness. Option D. Encryption protects data but does not prevent phishing attempts. Guidelines like NIST P80050 emphasize security awareness training as a cornerstone of organizational resilience against phishing. Question 8. Scenario-based. Topic: Claims management (MS). Green runs a healthcare business in Kansas. After a data breach exposes patient records, a cyber insurance policy covers breach notification and credit monitoring costs but denies coverage for regulatory fines imposed under HIPAA. What is the most likely reason for the denial? A. HIPAA violations are not covered under any cyber insurance policy. B. MS. Green's policy includes a specific exclusion for regulatory fines. C. MS. Green failed to notify her insurer of the breach within the required time frame. D. Regulatory fines exceed the coverage limits of her cyber insurance policy. Answer: BMS. Green's policy includes a specific exclusion for regulatory fines. Explanation: cyber insurance policies often exclude regulatory fines unless explicitly covered. MS. Green's policy likely contains such an exclusion, leading to the denial. Option A. Some policies offer optional coverage for regulatory fines. Option C. Timely notification affects claim validity but is not directly linked to regulatory fines. Option D. Exceeding limits affects payouts, not coverage applicability. HIPAA compliance in Kansas cyber insurance policies must be reviewed carefully to identify exclusions like regulatory penalties. Question 9. Topic: cyber insurance market trends. How do high-profile cyber incidents typically impact the cyber insurance market? A. They lead to decreased premiums as insurers compete for clients. B. They increase market demand and result in higher premiums. C. They reduce the availability of cyber insurance policies nationwide. D. They primarily affect reinsurance markets, not direct cyber insurance. Answer: B. They increase market demand and result in higher premiums. Explanation: high-profile incidents raise awareness of cyber risks, driving demand for insurance. Insurers often increase premiums to account for heightened risk exposure and claims. Option A. Competition might affect premiums, but the overall trend is upward after major incidents. Option C. Availability typically remains stable, but terms and pricing are adjusted. Option D. Reinsurance is impacted, but this effect cascades into direct policy pricing. Kansas and U.S. markets reflect these dynamics, with premium increases observed after notable incidents like ransomware attacks. Question 10. Topic: underwriting cyber insurance. What is one of the biggest challenges in underwriting cyber risks? A. Quantifying the financial impact of intangible assets. B. Aligning policy terms with Kansas-specific cyber laws. C. Monitoring ongoing compliance of policyholders with security requirements. D. Determining the premium for standardized risks like fire or theft. Answer A. Quantifying the financial impact of intangible assets. Explanation: cyber insurance often covers intangible assets, such as data and intellectual property, which are difficult to value precisely. This makes risk assessment and premium calculation challenging. Option B. While regulatory compliance is important, it is less challenging than valuing intangible assets. Option C. Monitoring compliance is a responsibility but not a primary underwriting challenge. Option D. Fire or theft risks are more standardized compared to cyber risks. Emerging trends in underwriting highlight the need for innovative approaches to valuing digital assets in Kansas and beyond. Question 11. Topic: incident response planning. Which of the following is a critical first step in responding to a cyber incident? A. Notify external stakeholders about the potential breach. B. Perform a full forensic analysis before taking any action. C. Activate the incident response plan and contain the threat. D. Notify law enforcement agencies immediately. Answer: C. Activate the incident response plan and contain the threat. Explanation: the first step in handling a cyber incident is to execute the incident response plan, focusing on containing the threat to prevent further damage. Option A. External stakeholders are notified after containment and assessment. Option B. Analysis follows immediate containment to minimize the impact. Option D. Law enforcement notification is necessary in specific cases, but not the initial step. Question 12. Scenario-based. Topic: cyber risk assessment. A Kansas-based retail company wants to purchase a cyber insurance policy. The underwriter identifies the company's outdated point-of-sale (POS) system as a significant risk. Which risk mitigation strategy should the company implement to secure a better policy premium? A. Increase the cybersecurity budget to cover all potential risks. B. Upgrade the POS system and implement regular vulnerability scans. C. Purchase additional coverage for POS-related incidents. D. Train employees to recognize phishing emails. Answer: B. Upgrade the POS system and implement regular vulnerability scans. Explanation: mitigating specific vulnerabilities such as outdated POS systems directly reduces risk and can lead to better premiums. Question 13. Topic: cybersecurity frameworks. Which cybersecurity framework is commonly used for improving organizational resilience and aligning with best practices? A. ISO 9001. B. COBIT. C. NIST Cybersecurity Framework CSF D. ITIL. Answer C. NIST Cybersecurity Framework CSF. Explanation: the NIST CSF provides a widely recognized approach to managing and mitigating cyber risks. Question 14. Topic: regulatory compliance. Kansas businesses handling personal health information must comply with which federal regulation? A. Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act (GBA). B. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act (HIPAA). C. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act (COPPA). D. Federal Information Security Management Act (FISMA). Answer B. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act (HIPAA). Explanation: HIPAA governs the protection of personal health information and applies to Kansas businesses handling such data. Question 15. Topic: ransomware trends. Why have ransomware attacks become increasingly profitable for attackers? A. Improved cyber defenses have reduced other attack options. B. Businesses are more willing to pay ransoms to restore operations quickly. C. Cyber insurance policies universally cover ransom payments. D. Legal penalties for ransomware attacks are minimal. Answer B. Businesses are more willing to pay ransoms to restore operations quickly. Explanation: organizations prioritize operational continuity, often making ransom payments to minimize downtime. Question 16. Scenario-based. Topic: data backup and recovery. The Kansas nonprofit organization falls victim to ransomware, encrypting all data. They recently adopted a robust backup system. What should be their first course of action? A. Pay the ransom to regain access to the data. B. Report the incident to local authorities and their insurer. C. Restore data from the backup and investigate the breach. D. Notify donors and stakeholders about the incident immediately. Answer C. Restore data from the backup and investigate the breach. Explanation: restoring from backups minimizes disruption and avoids incentivizing attackers by paying the ransom. Question 17. Topic: cyber liability coverage. Which of the following is typically not covered under a standard cyber liability insurance policy? A. Costs of notifying affected individuals after data breach. B. Fines imposed for regulatory non-compliance. C. Legal defense costs arising from data breach lawsuits. D. Costs for public relations campaigns to manage reputational damage. Answer B. Fines imposed for regulatory non-compliance. Explanation: regulatory fines are often excluded unless specifically included as a policy endorsement. Question 18. Topic: social engineering. Which method is most commonly used in social engineering attacks? A. Exploiting software vulnerabilities. B. Physically tampering with network equipment. C. Manipulating individuals into divulging sensitive information. D. Using malware to gain unauthorized access to systems. Answer C. Manipulating individuals into divulging sensitive information. Explanation: social engineering focuses on exploiting human behavior rather than technical vulnerabilities. Question 19. Topic: cyber threat intelligence. What is the primary benefit of using cyber threat intelligence (CTI) in an organization? A. Reducing the overall cost of cyber insurance premiums. B. Proactively identifying and mitigating potential cyber threats. C. Ensuring compliance with Kansas-specific cybersecurity regulations. D. Limiting the scope of damages after a cyber attack occurs. Answer B. Proactively identifying and mitigating potential cyber threats. Explanation: CTI enables organizations to anticipate and address threats before they materialize. Question 20. Scenario-based. Topic: third-party risks. A Kansas logistics company relies on a third-party vendor for supply chain management. The vendor suffers a cyber attack, disrupting operations. What type of insurance coverage would be most relevant to this situation? A. Business interruption insurance. B. Professional liability insurance. C. Third-party cyber risk insurance. D. General liability insurance. Answer C. Third-party cyber risk insurance. Explanation: its coverage addresses risks associated with third-party vendors, including operational disruptions caused by cyber attacks. Question 21. Topic: risk mitigation techniques. Which of the following measures is most effective in preventing phishing attacks? A. Implementing two-factor authentication, TUFA, for all accounts. B. Conducting regular cybersecurity awareness training for employees. C. Installing advanced antivirus software across all systems. D. Encrypting sensitive data during transmission and storage. Answer B. Conducting regular cybersecurity awareness training for employees. Explanation: phishing primarily exploits human vulnerabilities, so training employees to recognize and respond to phishing attempts is the most effective preventive measure. Question 22, scenario-based topic. Policy conditions: a Kansas manufacturing company experiences a cyber attack. Upon filing a claim, their insurer denies coverage, citing the failure to implement required cybersecurity measures listed in the policy. What cause likely led to the denial? Their insuring agreement. B. Exclusion clause. C. Conditions precedent clause. D. Subrogation clause. Answer C. Conditions precedent clause. Explanation: conditions precedent require the insured to meet specific obligations, e.g., maintaining cybersecurity measures, for the policy to apply. Failure to meet these conditions can result in denial of coverage. Question 23. Topic: legal and regulatory framework. Which Kansas-specific regulation requires businesses to notify affected individuals of a data breach involving personally identifiable information? A. Kansas Data Breach Notification Act. B. Kansas Consumer Protection Act. C. Federal Trade Commission Act. D. Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act. Answer A. Kansas Data Breach Notification Act. Explanation: the Kansas Data Breach Notification Act mandates prompt notification of affected individuals following a breach involving PII. Question 24. Topic: exclusions in cyber insurance. Which of the following is commonly excluded from cyber insurance coverage? A. Costs associated with forensic investigations. B. Losses arising from the insured's intentional misconduct. C. Business interruption due to ransomware attacks. D. Regulatory defense and penalty costs. Answer B. Losses arising from the insured's intentional misconduct. Explanation: insurance policies generally exclude losses resulting from intentional misconduct, as coverage is intended for unforeseen or accidental events. Question 25. Topic: emerging trends. How are insurers adapting policies to address increasing risks associated with Internet of Things devices? A. Offering higher premiums for IT-inclusive coverage. B. Excluding IT-related risks from standard policies. C. Providing tailored IT endorsements and risk assessments. D. Mandating the use of government-certified IT devices. Answer C. Providing tailored IT endorsements and risk assessments. Explanation: insurers address IT risks by including specific endorsements and requiring risk assessments to evaluate vulnerabilities associated with connected devices. Question 26. Scenario-based topic: claims management. A Kansas technology firm experiences a data breach. The insurer offers coverage for breach response costs but denies coverage for reputational harm. Which policy provision likely governs this decision? A. Exclusion clause. B. Subrogation clause. C. Coverage limitations clause. D. Deductible clause. Question 27. Topic: underwriting cyber risks. What is the primary purpose of conducting third-party risk assessments during cyber insurance underwriting? A. To reduce the premium costs for the insured party. B. To evaluate the likelihood of the insured's vendors causing a breach. C. To ensure compliance with Kansas-specific data protection laws. D. To determine the insured's eligibility for coverage. Answer B. To evaluate the likelihood of the insured's vendors causing a breach. Explanation: third-party risk assessments focus on understanding the cyber risks associated with the insured's vendors and partners, which can impact the overall risk profile. Question 20. Topic: first-party versus third-party coverage. Which of the following is typically included under first-party cyber insurance coverage? A. Privacy liability arising from a data breach. B. Regulatory fines imposed due to non-compliance. C. Costs associated with restoring compromised data. D. Defense costs for third-party lawsuits. Answer C. Costs associated with restoring compromised data. Explanation: first-party coverage addresses direct losses to the insured, such as data restoration, while third-party coverage pertains to liabilities to others. Question 29. Topic: cyber extortion. Which of the following actions is most critical after receiving a ransomware demand? A. Disconnecting all affected systems from the network. B. Paying the ransom to regain access to encrypted files. C. Publicly disclosing the attack to affected parties. D. Contacting legal counsel and the insurer for guidance. Answer A. Disconnecting all affected systems from the network. Explanation. Isolating affected systems is essential to prevent the ransomware from spreading further across the network. Question 30. Scenario-based. Topic: ethical considerations. An insurance agent in Kansas encourages a client to purchase a cyber insurance policy with higher premiums, claiming it offers better protection. However, the policy has terms that may not align with the client's business risks. What ethical principle has the agent likely violated? A. Duty of loyalty. B. Duty of care. C. Duty of disclosure. D. Duty of confidentiality. Answer B. Duty of care. Explanation. The duty of care requires agents to act in the best interest of their clients, ensuring the recommended policies are suitable for their specific needs rather than prioritizing higher premiums.